Human has introduced a revolutionary smartphone substitute, AI PIN, through the launch of a partnership program aimed at collecting unique data from third-party organizations for training. U.S. Marines armed to reduce expenses and personnel for Delta spacecraft. All this and much more right now. Let's go. Hyundai, the third largest automaker in the world by sales volume, plans to build a factory in the United States where its aerospace division, SuperNail, will manufacture flying electric taxis. The South Korean giant has already invested around $1 billion in the project since the end of 2024. The parent company, Hyundai Motor Group, plans to start test flights in the U.S. with the prototype of its IF tool, and by 2028, not only enter the market for commercial transportation using electric aircraft, but also commence their production in the U.S. It is currently unknown where and when the SuperNail facility will appear and how much its construction will cost. The company plans to submit an application to the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration in the coming months to obtain permission for test flights. SuperNail's leader, Vashin, noted that the operation of aircraft at altitudes up to 500 meters is not yet regulated, and creating the necessary legal and technical infrastructure will take a lot of time. Development of lighter alternatives to traction batteries, which currently constitute up to 40% of the takeoff mass, is also required. The electric aircraft has a speed of 118 miles per hour and accommodates 1 pilot and 4 passengers. In these days, the Pathfinder 1 airship rose into the air for the first time, and its manufacturer, LTA Research, hopes that it will mark the beginning of a new era in environmentally friendly aviation. Co-founder of Google, Sergey Brin, played a significant role in financing this project. With a length of 125 meters, Pathfinder 1 became the largest flying apparatus since the giant and notorious Hindenburg airship of the 1930s. However, unlike the Hindenburg, Pathfinder 1 uses inert helium for lift instead of easily flammable hydrogen. Pathfinder 1 was built entirely from scratch using new materials and technologies characteristic of modern unmanned aerial vehicles. This includes remote control of electric motors and the TLR material, which forms a rigid protective frame reinforced with carbon fiber. Helium filling the envelope is contained in 13 giant nylon compartments controlled by lasers. 10,000 polymer tubes, reinforced with carbon fiber and connected by 3,000 titanium sleeves, make up the rigid protective frame. 12 electric motors, powered by diesel generators and batteries, provide vertical takeoff and landing. The calculated maximum speed of the new electric airship is 75 miles per hour, but initial test flights will be conducted at much lower speeds. Following this, a series of increasingly ambitious flight tests will be carried out before Pathfinder 1 moves to an aerodrome in Gay, Georgia, where LTA plans to build an even larger Pathfinder 3 airship. Ultimately, the company aims to create a family of airships to assist in natural disasters and for carbon-free passenger transport. Pathfinder 1 can carry about 4 tons of cargo, in addition to the crew, ballast water, and fuel. But future humanitarian airships will require much greater payload capacity. They are likely to use zero-emission technologies such as hydrogen fuel cells for power generation. This will require a significant effort and meticulous work to prove that the new generation of super-large airships meets safety and reliability requirements at the level of modern commercial aircraft. OpenAI has announced the launch of a new partnership program, OpenAI Data Partnerships, aimed at acquiring unique data from external organizations to train its models. This initiative seeks to attract extensive databases, including those not publicly available. One distinctive feature of the program is its comprehensive nature. Data doesn't necessarily have to be quantitative or in text format. The program is also open to images, audio, and video. The collected data can cover any topic and be presented in any language, with the main requirement being to reflect human intent, resembling lengthy compositions or meticulously deciphered ideas. This will significantly enhance OpenAI's tools, such as automatic speech recognition technologies, and expand the functionality of ChatGPT, including support for voice commands, making user interaction more natural. Conducting model testing within the OpenAI Data Partnerships program will expand the capabilities of the flagship neural network, GPT-4 Turbo, recently updated. For more meaningful user responses, the company reports it has already started collaborating with interested parties. including the government of Iceland, using specifically curated datasets. OpenAI aims to improve GPT-4's ability to understand user queries in Icelandic as part of this program. Implementing this program will also focus on privacy issues, considering the growing audience of ChatGPT, numbering around 100 million active users weekly. Human Inc., founded by former Apple designer Arun Chaudhary, has launched its first product, a smartphone without a display named AI Pin. It features a small laser projector that projects images onto the user's palm. Additionally, it incorporates GPT-4 capabilities and offers intuitive control methods. The device can be attached to clothing and performs nearly all functions of a traditional smartphone. With a voice assistant, it can make calls, set reminders, and answer questions. Control can be done via a touch panel or a projection display, which projects the image onto the user's hand. The novelty recognizes hand rotation, gestures like closing fingers, and the voice assistant operates on the GPT-4 language model, boasting a wide range of knowledge. It can describe any product, suggest a song, generate text in a given scenario, and send it to a contact from the phone book. The built-in camera allows the smartphone to take photos with voice commands or a double tap on the touch panel. All user queries, photos, notes, reminders, and other data are stored in the cloud and accessible through a web interface. The device accesses the internet through a virtual network operator in collaboration with T-Mobile, with a usage tariff of $24 per month. The device will be available in the US market on November 16th at a price of $699. The package includes 2 batteries, a rear panel, a charging case, a cable, and a power adapter. The company believes this will be a revolutionary smartphone substitute. What do you think? Can this gadget replace our smartphones in the future? We await your comments. Virgin Galactic plans to reduce expenses and implement workforce reductions to focus finances on launching the production of a new generation of suborbital spaceplanes. The uncertainty in capital markets and geopolitical issues has made short-term access to capital less favorable, complicating the company's already challenging situation. Managing the suborbital spacecraft VSS Unity and the Eve carrier aircraft, Virgin Galactic also aims to put into operation the next-generation Delta A spacecraft. Delta spacecraft represent a powerful economic force, and introducing them into operation requires strengthening the financial position and reducing dependence on unpredictable capital markets. As stated by the company, they intend to achieve these goals by reallocating resources to the Delta project, optimizing work outside the Delta program, and reducing staff. As of the beginning of the year, the company had around 1,100 employees. Virgin Galactic conducted the 5th flight of the VSS Unity spacecraft and plans to put it into operation by 2026. Launching the new Delta spacecraft will require significant investments, but it is expected to help achieve profitability by allowing up to 400 launches per year with a standardized production model that reduces production and maintenance costs. At the end of the second quarter of this year, Virgin Galactic closed with revenue of $1,900,000 and a net loss of $135 million, with total funds amounting to $980 million. As robots are increasingly integrated into the armed forces of various countries, there is a growing interest in compact support robots capable of performing various battlefield tasks, including engaging armored vehicles. Marine Corps specialists decided to test whether a quadruped robot could be entrusted with a grenade launcher. The specific model of the robot used by the Marines as a prototype is not mentioned, but visually, it bears a resemblance to the product of the Chinese startup Uni 3, priced at $5,000. According to military representatives, it is not suitable for actual combat because it is too light, fragile, and its battery charge wouldn't last for real military operations. However, for demonstrating the functionality of the technology, it is suitable. This robot dog, referred to as RoboDog by the US military, has been in service since the 1960s, armed to destroy modern tanks. While it may not be suitable for heavily armored targets, it can effectively engage less heavily armored transport and other objectives. Instead of a soldier, an operator at a safe location nearby can control the machine and bring the RoboDog closer to the target. Whether a robot with a grenade launcher will be officially adopted into service will depend on further trials. However, the fact that military thought is circling around the idea of arming quadruped robots is already evident.